what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kick it off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Turner. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. The short hands. It's Brown. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. He might want another play. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Moore. He stopped at the 48. They pick up a 10 on the play.
I love the QB where he holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking downfield on first down. Quick completion on the out. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Grab behind the line. It's Randall. There he goes. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And after that long completion for the first down. Did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it, using his legs to buy some time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Klubnik. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, just nowhere to go there, and it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Williams. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Bell. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had...
Turning it on. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like that?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Georgia.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. A designed run for the quarterback. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Gain of 27 on the play. First and goal, Georgia.
They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. They get to him as he throws. Touchdown, Georgia! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that kind of toughness is something you can't coach in quarterbacks. You either have it or you don't. Being able to deliver strikes like that for touchdowns when you know you are going to get absolutely popped, man, it is hard to find QBs like that. This offense has one.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Starts from their own 25-yard line. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And some room to work. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Clemson is quick to the line. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Trying to seal the edge on the right. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set. make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. He uncorks one deep. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Caught in the backfield, it's Branch. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. Georgia going up tempo. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
He's tackled at the 47. And that's a 1st down for the offense.
They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. The quick out. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
Fires to the big fella. Oh, there's an alley to the left. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And, man, this quarterback is on fire this drive. They've run 5 plays offensively. He's thrown it all 5 times. He's 5 for 5. And now he has him down here on the goal line. Why not go 6 for 6 with a tutty?
They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Dogs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Number 5.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they tossed for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They go to the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quarterback making adjustments. The play action fake. Quarterback adapting. Down he goes, and that is the last thing this offense needs right now. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Throwing right. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Here's a heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision. Do not throw into double coverage. He got lucky that was an interception.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. This quarterback part of their running game. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
They're dealing with a second and long. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Finds his man, it's Branch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Looking down the middle. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Big guy smells it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier.
And I got to know on offense, right? When I get in this situation down near the goal line, I got to get physical, finish my run forward, not start dancing around, going all over the place and losing yards. That's just bad offense.
And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Klubnik. He slings it deep to the left. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hold and finds his man on the left. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head starting to turn to try to think about getting upfield. They just lose that concentration for a second. What a missed opportunity there for this offense.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Grabbed over the middle, it's Branch. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. sure hands. It's down. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Now on the move. Brings into the open. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You know, I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down, too, because at this distance, it's definitely not a gimme field goal, right? So your best chances of scoring points and paying this drive off are to go for it on that fourth down, and of course they go out and get it.
And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. And the ball's on the ground. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. He'll keep it on the sneak. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And you feel pretty good about a quarterback sneak most of the time. Such a short yardage play. I just got to find a little crease and get through it. But this defense was more than ready for it. Built that wall up front. Nowhere to go. No push. Big stop by the D.
The give to the back. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to the back. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
Well, he got you 2 on first down. He got you 2 on second. 2 won't get it done on third. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here to stay on the field.
Let's see if they keep it on the ground here on third down. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Fires to the middle. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Frazier. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Got a man. It's Branch. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese, 4th and short, that means decision time, or for us, green light. Go for it.
4th down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Out of the gun, the inside kid. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, what a play by the defense. They're trailing here in the 4th quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The offense changing the play. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. There he goes. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And this throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
To the air on 2nd down. This time it's complete. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Clemson.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Branch. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop them on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, it's decision time now if you're the head coach. Do you stay aggressive? Do you trust your offense to go get this 1st down, try and eat the clock and win the game late? Or do you trust your defense to get it back to you quickly for one more opportunity?
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Here's the handoff. Turns it on at midfield. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Timeout, Georgia.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Clemson.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Haynes. Now the pitch. Turning it on! And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Making side adjustments here. Snap to the back. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Haynes. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the snap, it's Williams. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down.
Fourth down.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
Timeout, Clemson.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try.
On the field goal.
Right down the boulevard. There's a lot of celebrating going on over there after taking the lead, but there is still time on the clock.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Here's the pressure. He's got it. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, and that's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Ballmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of